Hi there, I'm Brian Thunborg with Yavapai College Athletic Director. Again, coming into the season, you've had a lot of freshmen on this team. What have been your thoughts so far with the development of that group?
Well, it's a process with freshmen. You don't have the luxury of having juniors and seniors. You have sophomores that are young themselves. So it's just a process. And I think where we are in the process right now, I think we're on the right track. We don't want to be playing our best soccer right now. We want it to be towards the end of the season. So I think we're real pleased with what the freshmen are doing. They're maturing. They're getting better with the game. They're learning to play a little bit more physical. It's a little bit more physical game than high school. So I'm real pleased, and I think Hugh's real pleased with what they're doing here, progressing in the season.
Absolutely. From a junior college standpoint, for the folks that maybe aren't familiar with it at home, a lot of programs you see have a lot of local kids, local to the area, local to the state. Yavapai College has roots that go all over the country, and you guys pull from everywhere. What do you credit that success to?
Well, that obviously has been created by Mike Pantaleone and Hugh Bell. Just the success that we had early with 7 national championships and the success we've had throughout the 29, 30 years that we've been having the program. We got people calling us from all over the country. And so Mike and Hugh are real particular in who we select. We don't have to settle for anybody. And so I attribute that totally to Mike Pantaleone and Hugh Bell.
Absolutely, and the one thing that I have noticed with you guys from the administrative standpoint is that you have sent a ton of kids after Yavapai College scholarships to four-year schools. So you guys do your part. I mean, do you think that plays a little bit into it? Everyone kind of knows your guys' reputation as well as helping kids out after they've helped you on the soccer field?
Absolutely, and we pride ourselves on that. We pride ourselves in graduating student athletes, and that's the number one goal, is to graduate the student athletes from Yavapai College. They're going to need to have a degree to go to the next level, go to the four-year school. So we do a great job as far as instructors, as far as the administrators, as far as everything to go with Yavapai College to get those kids to the next level. I mean, we've got people across the country, across the world that have graduated from here, graduated from the university, and now are contributing members of communities where they're at. So we pride ourselves on that. We're very pleased with what they do.
That's fantastic, and it's great to see from everybody else's standpoint as well that you guys, like I said, once they kind of take care of you on the field, you guys are real good about taking care of them after that as they move forward in their lives, both in sports and in their professional lives as well.
Well, it's a family. It's a family atmosphere, and we try to create it as a family. Once you're a Rough Rider, always a Rough Rider.
Absolutely. Cool. Athletic Director Brad Clifford, thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it. Thanks
Talk
for
to you
having
next
us.
time. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, we've got about 2.5 minutes left till kickoff between South Mountain and Yavapai College. We'll see you soon.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mountain Valley Park, home of the 7-time national champions, your Yavapai College Rough Riders. Tonight, the Rough Riders host South Mountain Community College. Here are the starting lineups. First for the visiting Cougars. Number 5, Alejandro Caro. Number 7, Ian Penengroff. Number 9, Adolfo Moreno. Number 10, Rene Morales. Number 13, Michael Miller. Number 16, Andrew Perez. Number 19, Jimmy Martinez. Number 23, Joseph Barajas. Number 24, Matt Gill. Number 26, Osmar Medina Gill. Number 28, Jose Nunez. The head coach is Michael Miller, assistants Stephen Day and John Morton. And now your Rough Rider starters. In goal from Valrico, Florida, number 26, Luke Frank. Defender from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 2, Jesus Vargas. Defender from San Diego, California, number 4, Jacob Downey. Defender from Yuma, Arizona, number 5, Gabriel Claudio. Defender from Modesto, California, number 13, Isaiah Strong. Midfielder from Las Vegas, number 6, Miguel Rubio. Midfielder from Phoenix, Arizona, number 9, Angel Lujan. Midfielder from Portland, Oregon, number 16, Kevin Lowe. Midfielder from McMinnville, Oregon, number 25, Jose Perez Flores. Forward from Yuma, Arizona, number 7, Esteban Franco. Forward from Layton, Utah, number 21, Brendan Stansfield. Head coach for the Rough Riders is Hugh Bell, and Tara Schmidt is tonight's athletic trainer. At this time, we ask you to please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's official is the referee from Gilbert, Arizona, Charles Farr. Assistant referee from Long Island, New York, Mark Passatori. Assistant referee from Phoenix, Arizona, Francisco Brito.
Welcome to Prescott Valley, Arizona, Mountain Valley Park, home of the Yavapai College Rough Riders, and we've got a game tonight at Yavapai College versus South Mountain Community College. And Brian, we got a special little thing going on before the game here. If you look over there, you'll see number 4, who just hugged a couple of parents. Number 4 is our own Jacob Downey, and he's a defender from San Diego who played his high school career in East County, San Diego at Christian High School, and he had a colleague pass away of a very aggressive brainstem cancer. And those were his parents here at the game. And he decided, Jacob did, to wear his former high school colleague's number 4.
Yeah, and a real touching moment there to have Jacob's friend's parents come and see him. You know, he played with the kid that passed away. His name was Jason Lyon. You can look up, see his story, see what happened to him. He does have a foundation, the Lion-Hearted Foundation, Lyon, my apologies. And Jason's parents, Allison and Kevin, came out to the game tonight to see Jacob, who again gave him one of the little traditional mini soccer balls before the game. For those of you that don't have kids that have played sports, youth sports through high school, through college, you know, when you grow up with these people, you're with them, depending on the sport, a lot of times more than you're with your family. So you have that very big secondary family feel, and they are, I mean, you grew up in 2 different households, but when it comes down to it, you're brothers.
That's right. Pretty touching moment there. That's San Diego's Jacob Downey, who is playing with the number of his former high school teammate, Jason Lyon. Again, you can look up Lion-Hearted. There are foundations, there's Facebook pages. They went to Christian High School together in El Cajon, California, East County, San Diego. And during the high school time, when this was going on, many high school teams that played against Christian in Jacob's final year would also wear number 4 in honor of Jason Lyon. So tonight, the South Mountain Community College takes on the Yavapai College Rough Riders here at Mountain Valley Park in Prescott Valley, Arizona. Yavapai College, who won Tuesday, is now 8-4. South Mountain comes into tonight with a record of 2-9.
Yeah, and Yavapai has already played South Mountain once this year, back on August 28th. That game was down in Phoenix. Yavapai won that matchup 6-3. South Mountain's had a little bit of a rough go this year so far. Again, you said their record's 2-9. They've been outscored so far this season 51-16.
Angel Lujan trying to get a score, but pushed out of bounds.
Been outscored 51-16, so the defense hasn't really been that stout for them. And if you look back over the last couple of years, last 3 years, you know, the Yavapai and South Mountain have played 2 times each year, which you do with your conference opponents. 2015, Yavapai won both matchups 8-1 and 7-2. 2016, they beat South Mountain 7-3, but lost one 2-1. Last year, though, was a pretty convincing sweep. They beat South Mountain in both games, 10-0 the first game and 14-0 the second game.
All time, Yavapai is 59-1 against the South Mountain Cougars. South Mountain Cougars in blue tonight. Yavapai College in the white with the green letters and numbers.
But like we have stated numerous times, any given night, you never know what's going to happen in this conference. The ACCAC has got to be one of the probably stoutest conferences in the country, boasting, I believe right now, 3 teams in the top 20 with another 2 or 3 receiving votes for that national ranking. So any game, you know, records really kind of don't necessarily tell the whole story of a talent level on a team because of how good this conference is.
This is Yavapai College goalkeeper Luke Frank. Brendan Stansfield mixing things up. Yavapai ball at midfield. And a penalty called on Yavapai College.
Yeah, it looks like there must have been some contact after the pass was made, because during the play on the ball it looked pretty clean.
And the ball is headed over the net.
Yeah, playing defense in soccer is a bit of a tough one if you've never done it before. It's a little bit like hockey or basketball in the aspect of you're in charge of kind of a zone or a man, but you also need to know where the ball is. On that play, that centering pass, a South Mountain attacker kind of waltzed right into the middle of the goal box, and nobody really had him manned up. We're lucky that wasn't a better header, or it might have been a goal.
And that was number 7, Esteban Franco, kicking it a little too far into the hands of a South Mountain goalkeeper. Here's Jacob Downey, number 4, going to let it go out of bounds with a throw in. This is Kevin Lowe in the center.
Well, 5 minutes into the game, no real solid scoring chances, just a lot of kind of back and forth from both teams.
Esteban Franco with the ball. And here's Jacob Downey. Over to Angel Lohan. With a kick high and out of bounds.
Yeah, Jesus Vargas just put a little bit too much on that one. sometimes with those long shots, you know, you're hoping just to find a top corner somewhere, and you're hoping to catch the goalie off guard. Maybe they're thinking there's no way they're going to try to kick it from that far out.
In the conference, Yavapai is currently in 4th place behind Arizona Western, Pima, and Phoenix at top. Their record 11-1. Yavapai's overall record 8-4. Their conference record 7-4.
Yeah, 7-4,
and woo!
Almost.
Everybody was holding their breath on that one. Esteban Franco with the goal attempt.
Yeah, just chipped it over the goalkeeper, but didn't quite have the angle on that one. Yeah, back to Yavapai's record, the 4 losses. 1 to Arizona Western, 2 to Phoenix College, who is ranked number 4 in the country right now. I mean, it's, you know, they had the one setback to Glendale, but other than that, I mean, they've lost games that I guess on paper they quote unquote should lose potentially, you know, just based off the records and whatnot. But I mean, they've been right there on all of them too. So there, you know, a couple breaks here and there. That 8-4 could pretty easily be 11-1, 10-2, something like that. So they're a solid ball club.
But you did mention their loss to Glendale. Glendale came in close to the bottom in the standings, and a lot of folks would have believed that it was an easy win that evening here at Mountain Valley Park. But the Rough Riders were stunned and they lost. And when you have a team come in like South Mountain who's 2-9, you still have to play every minute of every half.
Well, here's kind of what happens when you get toward past the halfway point of the season, when records start really sort of indicating where everybody's going to be. 8-4, you're Yavapai College. You've got postseason aspirations. You start to play with a little bit of pressure. You get a little tight. You know, if you have an unfortunate year like South Mountain has and you're 2-9, you have nothing to lose. You have no pressure. You can go out and just play the game. You're not in the back of your mind worrying what's Pima doing tonight, what's Phoenix doing tonight, what's Arizona Western doing tonight. It's just go out there and play soccer, have fun. No pressure on you whatsoever.
Perez Flores to Angel Lujan, back to Perez Flores. And it's a Yavapai throw-in.
We have a South Mountain player, Rene Morales, hopping around. Maybe rolled an ankle, or looks like more like an ankle injury. But he's staying in. See how long that lasts.
Perez Flores trying to push it through the middle. It was kicked out. Angel Lujan recovered it, kicked it back to Jacob Downey, and they've got it on the far side now. Here's a shot on goal, and couldn't connect. But it looks like they're going to maintain possession. This is Angel Lujan in the corner.
So number 9 for South Mountain, Rene Morales, finally just could not take it anymore and realized that, had to go down, realized that it's probably going to be better for his team for him to go to the sideline, maybe get a retape, see if he can give it a go and get back out there.
So a substitution for South Mountain. It's Yavapai College throw-in. Angel Lujan on the sideline, waiting for the game to resume.
And you'll see that quite often in soccer. So what happened there, if you're wondering why did he throw it right to the goalie? So when the South Mountain player was injured and went down, South Mountain kicked out of bounds because one of their players was hurt. So Yavapai, in a return of respect, knowing that it was their ball, during the throw-in, gave it back to them to let them reset and do whatever they were going to do with the possession. So, you know, you see that. Soccer is one of the few sports that you see that in, but it's a very good sign.
Step on Franco. The crowd wants a penalty.
Ooh, that was a lot of contact for no whistle.
.34 minutes left in the first half. Another pass to Esteban Franco that was intercepted, but picked up by Perez Flores. This is Kevin Lowe with the ball on the far side. Brandon Fisher's got the ball now, and he's going to pass it over to number 6, Miguel Rubio, who kicks it ahead to Perez Flores. Angel Lujan. And they're trying to turn it in.
Yeah, just too congested there. There was too many players in the mid part of the field to try to make passes and volleys, and you know, it's you gotta spread them out. Give yourself a lane to make a play through.
You're watching Yavapai College Rough Riders Soccer, the 2018 season, on the Prescott Valley 1 channel of YouTube. You can find the link on the Town of Prescott Valley at pvaz.net.
Beautiful night out here at Mountain Valley Park for soccer.
Alejandro Caro for South Mountain, and that was stolen by Jacob Downey.
Quite breezy this evening, which if you live in this area or know this area, we are famous for our massive windstorms. We are a canopy's worst nightmare.
Jacob Downey swings and misses.
Attempted shot there. Nice stop by number 13, Isaiah Strong.
Another shot on goal stopped by Luke Frank for the Rough Riders.
Yeah, the South Mountain attacker was kind of in a bit of a mess there. He was too far away to attempt the chip shot that he ended up having to try, but too close to defenders to really wind up and get anything behind it. And Luke kind of just sat underneath it like a pop fly to left field.
Here come the Rough Riders. This is Perez Flores.
There's a little miscommunication there with him and Brendan Stansfield, and the ball sort of just trickled through the goal box, and easy pickup by the South Mountain goalie.
Jacob Downey with the throw in. Up ahead to Esteban Franco, and both teams are pointing that it's out on the other player.
Yeah.
And it'll be Yavapai ball.
Soccer and basketball. Wasn't me, it was him.
Yep. Perez Flores down by the goal, along with Gabriel Claudio.
Went for a heading volley into a scoring attempt, and
There you go.
it was there, but there was nobody, no Rough Rider or attacker there to make a shot on goal.
Shot attempt by Miguel Rubio for the Rough Riders.
Turnover by South Mountain. You know, Bo, looking at this schedule, this potentially, now granted we're only 15 minutes into the first half, we still have a lot of soccer left to go. This is one of those scenarios. Oh, we have a scoring chance here for Yavapai. This is one of those games that you hear people talk about trap games. If you're a higher seeded team and you've been kind of on a roll, getting some momentum back, you're playing an opponent that has a subpar record, someone you've seen before, maybe beaten before. You come in and you're just might be looking toward the next one. They know they've got Pima coming up pretty soon. They've got some other games, so you hope they don't look past South Mountain and have another Glendale all over again, a loss that just shouldn't happen.
A turnaround shot attempt by Brendan Stansfield goes wide. But a great quarter kick by Perez Flores to get it in front of the goal. Gabriel Claudio kicking it over to Isaiah Strong, who will get it over to Jacob Downey. And back to Strong. And this is Kevin Lowe with the ball. A kick and go, so to speak.
And a little bit more contact, but the official seems to be letting it go, letting them play. South Mountain defender Jose Nunez, number 19, fell there trying to attempt the crossing pass, and it just kind of threw everything off, and then a shot that just kind of, no harm, past the goal.
Substitutions here for Yavapai College. Angel Lujan, Esteban Franco heading to the sideline, along with number 21, Brendan Stansfield. They'll get a rest. Vanderplug is in. He's a freshman attacker.
As well as number 15, Andres Hernandez, again, another freshman. And we've said it before, you'll hear us say that grade level quite a bit. This team is loaded with freshmen, very young, 20 freshmen on the team.
Garrett Height was one of the substitutes that came in. Almost had a chance to score. Missed the ball, but ran into the net.
Half a goal.
So you mentioned the freshmen and the sophomores on the team.
Yes.
Explain that again.
So kind of like in high school, as you go through the grade progression, you have freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. In the junior college ranks, it's only 2 years. You have freshman, you have sophomore, and then you move on. So this team has 26 members, 20 of which are freshmen, only 6 sophomores.
So it is a young team.
Very young. And they're gelling, and they're getting better, and they're growing. This is one of those squads that everybody sticks together. You bring in a couple of freshmen because, you're only going to have a few spots that open up. The future outlook for Yavapai College is very bright.
This is Height.
The errant pass there, turnover to South Mountain. Yavapai has gotten the ball right back now.
This is Kevin Lowe. Actually, I'm sorry, Jesus Vargas. Kevin Lowe will attempt the throw in. Gabriel Claudio taking it as far as he can before the whistle blows. Yavapai kick. This is number 25, Jose Perez Flores.
Yeah, the South Mountain defender must have just leaned into the Yavapai player a bit much because they've been letting a little bit of physicality go, but obviously there was a little bit too much on that play.
Andres Hernandez and Gabriel Claudio down in front of the goal.
Nice chance there by Gabriel Claudio, just missed the header.
Here's a shot. This is Kevin Lowe. No shot. A pass.
Rip it, Kevin.
And a miss by Andres Hernandez. I thought Kevin Lowe had a pretty good look at that before he dished it off.
It looked pretty open, too. I thought he was going to take it. Through the first 3 games, Kevin was leading the team in scoring with 2 goals. Since then, 9 games later, he's only scored 1. So I don't know if he's trying to, being a midfielder, change his mindset to get his attackers more involved, or, if it's just straight gameplay just hasn't given him opportunities. But, starting out so hot like he did, it's been kind of surprising to see him cool off and then just completely kind of not take an open opportunity like he had right there.
Looks like a timeout on the field with just about 22 minutes remaining in the first half. It's Yavapai College Rough Riders hosting South Mountain.
So hopefully those of us listening that are local to the Prescott Valley area have been able to partake in the number of festivities going on this weekend. It is, again, the Yavapai College's 50th anniversary. So they've been doing a ton of stuff around town, on campus, downtown Prescott, really celebrating the 50th anniversary of the school.
50th anniversary of the school, and this, the 2018 season, is the 30th season with a head coach for all 30 of those years, Michael Pantaleone. Yavapai College, over their 30 years, is 619 wins, 59 losses, and 30 ties. More than a 90% win victory through the history of the program.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Very good. Best in the country, you know, a record for junior college Division I.
Just over 22 minutes left in the first half. Still scoreless. From Prescott Valley, you're watching Yavapai College Soccer on the Prescott Valley 1 channel on YouTube. This is live soccer tonight. Jacob Downey over to Kevin Lowe. Kevin Lowe trying to push it upfield.
Yavapai just pulling it back, resetting out of the, as it went down into the far corner there, resetting their offense, seeing if they can catch the South Mountain defense out of place and get a shot on goal, but we have a turnover. Ball out of bounds.
So after tonight, Yavapai College is on the road in Chandler, then Glendale, and then hosts Mesa for a home game here October 6th.
And that one will be I believe the last home game that'll be at Mountain Valley Park.
That's correct.
Because they do, like you've mentioned, Bo, before, they do have 2 home fields. They play half their games here in Prescott Valley at Mountain Valley Park, and they play half their games at Ken Lindley Field in Prescott on Yavapai College's campus. Errant pass there by South Mountain. That'll be another turnover back to Yavapai. Closing in on 20 minutes to go here in the first half. Score still tied 0-0.
Well done, Grant!
And a steal by Yavapai deep into South Mountain's end.
And
Great
goal.
shot.
Miguel Rubio puts the Rough Riders up 1-0 with just under 20 minutes left in the half.
And
1-0
that
Rough Riders.
was huge. Forced the turnover, capitalize on it. Miguel Rubio put an absolute bullet in the top corner. If you're a goalkeeper, when they can pinpoint that top corner, there's nothing you can do with those shots.
Just out of the reach of the stretched arms of South Mountain's goalie.
And that was Miguel's 4th goal on the year. Now makes him tied for 3rd on the team with 4 goals. And we talk about scoring goals.
Rough Rider goal by number 6, Miguel Rubio.
That now puts
Assisted by number 16, Kevin Lowe.
6 of their top 7 goal scorers are freshmen. We talked about the youth on this team before. So they're going to be bringing back some serious firepower next year. And I think that goal was big for Yavapai. And I talked a little bit earlier about it, you know, kind of being a potential trap game where you might not be sometimes as focused on opponents with a lower win-loss record. So getting the first one on the board, kind of taking any wind out of South Mountain's sails that they may have had of having it still be tied with 20 minutes to go was huge for Yavapai. It kind of sets the tone, hopefully dictates what the rest of this evening is going to look like.
Oh, and that was a shot by Perez Flores, followed up by Yavapai, and just out of bounds.
Yeah, Perez Flores put a stinger on the crossbar right there.
So it'll be a corner kick for Yavapai College.
So a shot like that, you know how thick those crossbars are. You're a mere inches away from this being 2-0 real quick.
Kevin Lowe down in front of the net. We got number 18 a little bit fighting for position, Garrett Height. And this is number 4, Jacob Downey, who centers it. Kevin Lowe tries to kick it in. Still kept alive. This is Perez Flores with a deep kick. And goal.
No goal. They're calling
offsides.
Offsides on number 5, Gabriel Claudio,
who headed that goal. A pass from Perez Flores, but just a little offsides.
Very close.
So it's still 1-0 Yavapai College over South Mountain with 17.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Those of you unfamiliar with the offsides penalty and what it means and how it occurs, so what that meant was
Perez Flores over to Jacob Downey, who looks to be open. Oh, and it just flies high. He was shooting for the upper right corner of the net, but it just went high. That shot attempt by number 4, Jacob Downey. So go ahead and try to explain offsides, because even parents of youth soccer players in town always get frustrated by that call.
So what offsides means, what it represents, if you're the attacking team and your player A has the ball and he goes to make a pass to player B, when the ball leaves player A's foot, player B, and it's a forward pass, I should preface that, but you can backwards pass all day long. It's got to be a forwards pass. Player B cannot be past the last defender when the ball leaves player A's foot. And I know that I gummed that up probably worse and made everyone's, what they know about offsides worse, but that's about the best that I can try to explain it.
I'll take it.
Next, we're going to do the infield fly rule in baseball next week.
No.
Okay.
South Mountain ball just off the leg of Yavapai College.
Starting to get chilly here at Mountain Valley Park. That breeze is still keeping up. No cloud cover, so it's a crisp evening here. Probably great for the players.
And the field conditions are in great condition.
They absolutely are.
Oh, unlucky.
And that was Grant Vanderplog with the attempt.
Good
Just
effort, Grant.
couldn't quite get it.
Couldn't corral it.
Great hustle.
Those plays right there are so hard from the goalkeeper standpoint. You see separation between the ball and the player. You have to make a split-second decision whether to attack or to sit back and let the attacking player get the ball. Either way, it's tough. If you sit back and let the Yavapai player take the ball, it's going to be a tough one.
The guy with his hand up, hand him on.
Another offsides call that I don't feel was offsides.
And that was a great steal by Perez Flores to kick it ahead to Height,
Absolutely.
who they called offsides.
Yeah, that should have been a one-on-one, which, the attacking player is going to win about 95% of the time. That would have been a golden opportunity at goal 2 for Yavapai.
Yavapai ball. And we got some substitutions coming in. Heading out, number 20, Grant Vanderplug, and number 18, Garrett Height.
Looks like Brendan Stansfield is back in.
And Andres Hernandez as well. Brendan Stansfield still sticking with it.
Yeah, good play to keep it in and not allow South Mountain to get a goal kick out of it. Kind of keeps them in flux and not able to set anything up.
So the shot ahead by number 16, Andrew Perez, into the arms of Yavapai College goalkeeper Luke Frank. "13 minutes left in the first half. Yavapai College leads South Mountain 1-0.
We had a whistle there. Looks like there's a penalty on South Mountain. Yavapai College with the a quick free kick. A lot of times you'll see soccer teams do that as soon as they can set that ball down. They're going to kick it and get it in play and hope to catch the defense of the opposing team off guard. Just about
Kevin
to say
Lowe.
South Mountain moving the ball real well, and then we see a turnover.
Miguel Rubio over to Jacob Downey and back to Rubio. This is Kevin Lowe kicking it far side. Perez Flores with the ball. Still hustling. Here's Jacob Downey. Kevin Lowe with the kick, and it just goes over the goal.
Goalkeeper did a great job at just getting some fingertips on that to knock that over the crossbar and out. You know, I thought that Jacob had a great chance there and again was hesitant, a little gun shy, I think he would have had a great opportunity at a goal there had he just pulled the trigger.
Corner kick for Yavapai College. Perez Flores kicking it towards the goal, and it's out of bounds. It should be another corner kick for Yavapai College. Deflected by South Mountain's goalkeeper.
Flip it and go to the far side and try it again.
All right. Coming over to Kevin Lowe, who takes a shot, and again, just over the goal box.
Just over the crossbar.
That was a planned play right there. You saw Kevin Lowe down low, and then he popped up to the top.
Yeah, you'll see a few different philosophies on goal kicks like that. You'll see the standard or the traditional goal kick. You'll see something like that. You'll see the one where a second player stands right by the corner. They do a quick kick to him, and then they go into a play. All it is different ways of trying to get the defense to move in a different direction, try to get that middle part of the goal box uncongested, get some players out of there to give the offensive players some space to go score a goal, hopefully. South Mountain resetting all the way back to the goalie box, then a kick to midfield, and an errant pass.
Isaiah Strong with the ball now. Andres Hernandez over to Perez Flores, kicks the ball and now has the ball back. This is sort of playing foot tag with his teammate Kevin Lowe. Kevin Lowe's got the ball.
Yeah, Perez Flores with the bad pass, but then South Mountain turned around and gave it right back to Yavapai by kicking it out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for the Rough Riders.
And another substitute. This is Angel Lujan coming into the game.
Centering pass, but nobody from Yavapai reacted and crashed the goal.
This is Yavapai College Rough Riders Soccer, live on Prescott Valley 1 channel of YouTube from Mountain Valley Park in Prescott Valley, Arizona.
Lucky break there for Yavapai. That was a huge scoring chance for South Mountain, and the header just went wide.
Prescott Valley is located just about 90 miles northwest of Phoenix and about 90 miles southeast of Flagstaff, Arizona, here in the high desert of northern Arizona.
Yeah, in my opinion, kind of the nicest pocket of Arizona, because you get the nice summers, the nice springs. You get the temperatures that dip down in the fall and the winter. We get some snow. I mean, I think it's I love the climate of this area.
So this is Yavapai College ball. Here's Angel Lohan with the throw-in.
Well, the big angel isn't here anymore. I know.
And Yavapai College will retain possession.
All of Yavapai's free kicks and throw-ins have seemed quick, like they're almost kind of trying to up the pace on South Mountain and really kind of hammer home, catch them off guard and hammer home that second goal and try to put this game away early.
6 minutes left in the first half. And it looks like they were trying to get it ahead to Miguel Rubio, but it didn't quite get there.
You know, it is amazing to sit kind of where we are up off the field a little bit and watch everything go down. You hear so many bits and pieces of information coming in. You've got coaches yelling stuff. You've got goaltenders yelling stuff. And there's so many players on the field, and it's not like in football or basketball, really, or baseball, where you have breaks. So you have to process all this and see what's going on. Keep an eye on your man. Keep an eye on the ball. Hear what your coaches are saying, and process it all on the fly. It's amazing to see soccer played at the higher levels where so much goes into it, and they have to intake so much information so quickly.
Perez Flores with the ball. Hernandez back to Perez Flores, but it was a fake. This is Jacob Downey shooting it towards the goal, and a header.
Great ball, Jake. Great ball.
Just grabbed by South Mountain's goalkeeper.
Yeah, that was a great offensive set by Yavapai. Great game plan. Honestly, good execution, too. They had a great shot on goal. Goalkeeper made a great save there and made sure there was no rebound for Yavapai to have a chance at a goal.
And a great pass by Jacob Downey.
Absolutely.
And that was a shot attempt by Miguel Rubio. That flies high. Almost 3 minutes and a half left in the first half of the game tonight. It's 1-0. Yavapai College over South Mountain.
Guess there was a penalty there on Yavapai, kind of a late whistle there by the official. South Mountain now with the throw-in, looking to try to even this score up with just under 3 minutes now to go in the half.
And another whistle.
Looks like we had a penalty on South Mountain. Maybe hooking or holding a defender, trying to free up an attacker. So it'll be Yavapai's ball now.
Jacob Downey up ahead. This is a stop in Franco. Perez Flores with the short kick and the interception. Minute 50 left in the first half. And a shot attempt that's way out of bounds.
Yeah, the Yavapai attacker there had number 7, Esteban Franco, streaking right up the middle of the field through the goal box. Nobody had really marked him at all, and he just didn't see him, so he tried to take a shot with a pretty tough angle. But hopefully next time he'll see his teammate there and we'll get a pass instead and a good scoring chance.
One minute.
So there's the minute mark of the first half. Esteban Franco waiting for the ball. He touched it, and he's still keeping it alive. High and outside.
Yep, tried to attack that
Esteban Franco.
high far corner again. Keeper, I think, was kind of thinking that was coming. He was playing that side of the goal, and again, like you said, just high and outside.
"19 seconds. This is number 9, Angel Lujan.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The corner kick. Oh.
Handball!
Fans want a handball before the end of the half. So it is the end of the half here in Mountain Valley Park, Prescott Valley, Arizona. It's the Yavapai College Rough Raiders hosting South Mountain. South Mountain comes into the game 2-9. Yavapai's overall record into tonight is 8-4. You're watching Yavapai College Soccer on Prescott Valley 1 channel of YouTube. We will be back in minutes for the second half from Prescott Valley. So welcome back to the second half of the Yavapai College Rough Raiders South Mountain College soccer game.
A lot of contact again down there in the goal box, and nothing was called. Looked like Angel Lujan was actually taken down by the shoulder, but no call by the official.
Jesus Vargas kicking it out to Angel Lujan. Oh. And an attempted shot there, attempted pass and missed shot attempt. Kicked out of bounds, so it'll be Yavapai College corner kick. Jose Perez Flores with the honors.
Nice drive there. Nice shot by the Yavapai attacker trying to catch the South Mountain goalkeeper off guard.
I believe that was Rubio with the attempt. Perez Flores. Up ahead, and goal for Yavapai College.
Beautiful shot there. Trying to get the player's number.
That's Height, I believe. Number
Yes.
18, Garrett Height, a freshman attacker with a goal.
Yes, that is Garrett's 5th on the season now. Moves him into a tie for 2nd.
Just about 2 minutes into the second half, and Yavapai scores their 2nd goal of the game.
Rough Rider goal by number 18, Garrett Height. Assisted by number 7, Esteban Franco.
Yavapai has started the second half the exact way that they ended the first half, which is being the major aggressor and spending most of the game in South Mountain territory attacking.
Jesus Vargas with the ball on the near side. It's Claudio. Here's Esteban Franco.
We got a lot of whistles, a lot of jawing back and forth. We got the official now having a personal word with Esteban Franco,
who thought that he was tackled just in front of the goal.
Now, if you're Franco, the one thing you have to do is make sure and maintain your composure. I mean, the South Mountain players are going to try to push your buttons now, so you got to keep a level head the next 41 and a half minutes.
Perez Flores. Up to Kevin Lowe now. Out to Jacob Downey. Jesus Vargas. Not quite enough.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed on that play that almost desperately cost South Mountain is you had defenders who, like you hear in football, play to the whistle. You had defenders looking around, throwing their hands up, wanting offsides. Well, there's no whistle. The play's still going. You got to keep your heads up.
Here's Esteban Franco again. Kicks it to the front of the goal.
Unlucky, good play, boys.
And that's Garrett Height, who just kicked it over the goal. Ball went off his foot straight up in the air.
just unlucky.
But a nice pass to get it to the front of the goal by Esteban Franco.
Absolutely. It just short hopped right before it hit Garrett's foot and then popped straight up over the net.
This is Perez Flores.
Jacob Downey with the great aggressive play and the takeaway.
Jesus Vargas on the near side here, trying to get it past his defender. But the ball was taken away and kicked out of bounds, so it'll be Yavapai College's throw in, a quick throw in. This is Perez Flores. Jacob Downey on the far side. Kevin Lowe with the ball. Angel Lujan gets a touch, but the ball is stolen. Near side, that's Gabriel Claudio.
Yavapai decides to bring it all the way back to the goalkeeper, reset, and attack again.
Tyler Trump is the sophomore goalkeeper for Yavapai College.
Yeah, Bo, I didn't even notice it. You're right. There was a change in goal, and Tyler Trump is in for Luke Frank, who pitched a shutout first half.
Esteban Franco ahead to Height. Back to Jesus Perez Flores. This is Height trying to get through. And South Mountain couldn't make anything out of it.
Nope, errant pass there. They had a kind of a one-on-one had the pass been completed, but it wasn't, so it's back to Yavapai.
Perez Flores kicking it over to the far side. I believe that's Kevin Lowe. Jacob Downey to Perez Flores with the kick. And the crowd, you can hear them.
The oohs and ahs.
Just high.
Yep, tried to go top left corner and just missed it. Yavapai with the steal and on the attack yet again.
Ahead to Angel Lujan. Angel trying to do something with it. And it's Yavapai. Corner kick.
Yeah, Angel got pinned there, had himself in a bad spot, surrounded by two South Mountain defenders, and they were using the baseline as a third defender in essence, and got lucky that one of the South Mountain defenders poked it out of bounds. So it'll be a corner kick for Jose Perez Flores, the free kick specialist for Yavapai College.
Looks like Gabriel Claudio and Angel Lujan down low. And out of bounds, the buzzer with a substitution, it appears. Angel Lujan taking a rest. Yavapai throw in.
In for Angel Lujan is number 8, Jalen Atkinson.
Perez Flores with the corner kick for Yavapai. Trying to time this. And it's a goal. Looks like it was a header. And goal by number 5, Gabriel Claudio, off the corner kick by Perez Flores. It is now 3-0.
It is, and that was Gabriel's 3rd goal of the season, and you could not have asked for a more picture-perfect corner kick piece right there. That was absolutely beautiful. You had your front 2 attackers crash the net, clear out the middle space. Gabriel came in behind. Jose put a beautiful ball there, and it was nothing but the back of the net. That was picture perfect.
Jose Perez Flores.
There's Jesus Vargas. This looks good. Oh,
off the crossbar.
the shot attempt by Esteban Franco.
That looked pretty. Esteban trying to extend his team lead in goals. That was a beautiful play and just missed.
34 minutes left in the second half here at Mountain Valley Park in Prescott Valley, Arizona, home of the Yavapai College Rough Riders. They're hosting the South Mountain team. The score is 3-0 Yavapai.
You know, Bo, you can just, I mean, obviously you can see it, but just feel the difference in the attitudes of the two teams. Yavapai is much, much more the aggressor over South Mountain.
And we got a penalty on South Mountain. A yellow card. An aggressive sort of hook slide. A little bit of a clip.
Yeah, you know, and you've seen penalties all night, and you haven't seen the official pull a card out. Exactly like you said, overly aggressive, not necessarily even making a play on the ball, just aggressively sliding in. That's what the official saw. That's what he called. That's why a yellow card was issued. It's almost like a technical foul in basketball. That's one. You get two, you're out of the game. So, you know, something to watch for later. Although at this point, with it maybe, 3-0, that player might just be having a seat for the rest of the evening, already having the yellow card under his belt now.
So here's Jacob Downey with the free kick. Esteban Franco down at the goal. Jesus Vargas on the far side of the goal, near side on your screen. And that's a goal right there. Do you like that sort of over-the-head flip kick that was picked up, I believe, by Brendan Stansfield, if I'm not mistaken, with Yavapai College's fourth goal, third of the half.
Yeah, you saw kind of the cluster there in the front of the goal. There was kind of a modified bicycle kick. Popped the ball over the group of players there, and Yavapai College player was there to just pop it in the goal. So it wasn't really a direct pass, but just kind of right place, right time.
Rough Rider goal number 18, Garrett Height.
So it was Height and not Stansfield.
Gabriel
Yep,
Claudio.
Garrett's second goal of the game. That makes 6 now on the season for him. After that goal, Bo, there was about 4 subs that came in for Yavapai, so it's looking like they're kind of going to empty the bench for the last 33 minutes and get some of the subs, the usual subs in, and get them a good chunk of playing time tonight.
Number 3 for South Mountain, Haziel Rios. The ball was taken away. I noticed Brandon Fisher is in the game, number 3 here on the the near side with the orangish cleats. He is a Prescott Valley kid who went to high school here and is now in his first year at Yavapai College. This is Brendan Fisher. That was sort of a setup attempt by Joseph Barajas.
Unfortunately, it was a kind of a swing and a miss
For
by
South Mountain.
Alejandro Cara, who would have had a decent shot on goal. You know, if you're Yavapai College, you have the next little bit over 30 minutes to finish off this game. You want to make sure, the one thing I think you want to make sure is you keep the intensity up and keep the focus and crispness up in this game. I mean, you want to pitch a shutout. The way that this season's gone so far in the beginning part of the year, having the 4 early losses, you know, we've talked to Coach Bell before about this and asked him about the youth and getting better and becoming more of a team and everybody getting to know each other. You know, games like this when you can keep that focus off the win that they had last Tuesday against Southern Nevada, come in, pitch a shutout, hopefully with 30 minutes left against a conference opponent. You know, it does nothing but build on what Coach Bell's and the coaching staff's trying to build on going forward. And, you know, it really bodes well for Yavapai getting toward the back end of the season into conference tournament and maybe regional tournament play, as we saw an attempted double leg takedown there by the South Mountain player.
A little bit of wrestling going on. Yavapai free kick. Brendan Fisher. Oh, nice setup. And just a miss by Garrett Height, number 18.
That would have been a very pretty goal. Garrett tried to go with the heel kick as it passed through his legs off the pass there by Brendan Fisher.
The steal by Yavapai, that's Jalen Atkinson. A little behind Brandon Fisher, who kicks it back out. Eric Diaz, number 17.
And
Brandon Fisher asking for the ball, and they see him and find him.
you see Yavapai very content right now with just controlling the ball, bringing it down a little bit, getting it back out to midfield, resetting, letting the clock run, getting us down 27.5 minutes to go. Yavapai College is up on the South Mountain Cougars 4-0.
And off the free kick, a steal by Perez Flores. Yavapai ball out of bounds.
We have 2 more subs coming in for Yavapai College. Looks like Esteban Franco and maybe Kevin Lowe are heading off.
So after tonight, Yavapai College is in Chandler on Tuesday, and then Glendale on Thursday, and then back home here at Mountain Valley Park in Prescott Valley on Saturday, October 6th, hosting Mesa.
Stand him up, stand him up.
Nice save there by Tyler Trump on the crossing inlet pass there from the South Mountain attacker. Number 15, Andres Hernandez, just lost the ball there.
Don't try and do too much. Just go take what it gives you.
Just under 25 minutes to play. And a handball.
Yeah. Pretty obvious on that one. You know, Yavapai College has looked extremely aggressive tonight from the onset of the game. They have not taken their foot off the gas pedal. And I think that's what, obviously this is the game play they need to do probably going forward. With 4 losses, they're a few spots down in the conference standings. They really need to be the aggressor in every game going forward. You can't maybe sit back and wait for your opponent to make a mistake like they have in some games. I think what they need to do is pressure their opponents into making mistakes.
That was Brendan Stansfield. His kick was deflected out of bounds, so it'll be Yavapai College corner kick. And this is Perez Flores to make the kick as they all huddle up in the goal box or close to the goal box. And break out the kick, the play, and it went over everybody.
Yep, timing was just off. Ball traveled all the way through the goal box. It will be a throw-in for South Mountain.
It's Brendan Fisher. Jalen Atkinson back to Perez Flores, trying to set something out. Jacob Downey on the far side. A good hustle, but a knockover by Jacob Downey. Knocked down.
Yes, yes.
Knockout. Atkinson to Perez Flores. Trying to get it back to Atkinson. Perez Flores. That's number 20. Oh. My goodness. Vanderplug had something at the goal. It was deflected by the goalkeeper, and they just couldn't get it in.
Yeah, decent shot there by Grant. There was a rebound the Yavapai couldn't capitalize on, and then another shot that just went wide left of the goal.
And with 21 minutes and 44 seconds left in the game, there's a timeout on the field with Yavapai College leading South Mountain 4-0. Again, to go through the standings, Yavapai College is 8-4 into this game, taking on South Mountain, who came into the game 2-9. Other games around the conference. Glendale lost to Scottsdale 3-4. Pima played earlier today at Paradise Valley. Arizona Western at Chandler Gilbert. And Mesa matched up against Gateway. Phoenix, who is number 1 in the standings in this conference, is ranked 4th overall in the nation. The only other Arizona team in the top 10 is Pima in the national rankings this week. To review the conference schedule, or the conference standings, Phoenix is leading 11 wins and 1 loss this season. Second place is Pima, who's 10-2. Arizona Western 9-2 at third place, and Yavapai College so far in 4th. 8-4 overall, but 7-4 in conference, and this win could pop them up to 8-4 in conference. And depending on what Arizona Western did and Pima did, they'll either remain in 4th or jump to 3rd place.
Yeah, and we have Yavapai has one more matchup with Pima this year, the last game of the season on October 18th. And they do play Arizona Western one more time as well in Prescott at the Yavapai campus. So they have an opportunity to make up some ground on those two teams with those future matchups.
Brian Thunborg, Bo Woods with 21 minutes and 44 seconds left in the matchup between Yavapai College and South Mountain.
Bo, I wanted to touch base on something that we brought up in the beginning of the broadcast for those who weren't here for the beginning. Rough Rider player number 4, Jacob Downey, was greeted by parents of Jason Lyon, was a former high school teammate of Jacob's in the San Diego area. They grew up together. Jason developed a form of cancer that unfortunately
Inoperable on the brainstem.
Yeah, took his life way too young.
In high school.
Jason's parents were here, Allison and Kevin were here to meet Jacob before the game, sharing some words, sharing a hug. Really touching moment. If you want to see Jason's story or read about it, you can search the Lion-Hearted Foundation, LYON. There's Facebook pages, and you'll see posts on it if you want to kind of catch up on that. But Jacob wears number 4 in memory of Jason.
His former high school colleague.
Yeah, his high school teammate.
And this is Downey with the shot that flies high.
Yeah, nice strike there by Jacob. Just a bit too much, a bit too high on it.
This is Kevin Lowe with the ball. Over to Brendan Stansfield, fighting with it in the corner. So they'll start it again. Tap from Brandon Fisher to Stansfield, who tried to get it back to Grant Vanderplug, and Stansfield has the ball now and gets it to Van, who seems to be open. He turns around, no defender. Oh, great kick and a great deflection by South Mountain's goalkeeper.
Yeah, that was a great save by the South Mountain goalkeeper, Ole Peterson. That was point blank, and he reacted very quickly to that shot.
Corner kick for Yavapai will be taken by Andres Hernandez. Ooh. Nice header attempt.
I mentioned earlier the aggressive edge that Yavapai's had this game, and goal score, you're looking at 4-0. Shots on goal kind of tells the same story. Yavapai is leading South Mountain with shots on goal 30-4 right now.
Shows how unbalanced the game has been all night long.
Yes. But this is one where I think Yavapai needed this. Yavapai needed this type of game really bad. The win of against Southern Nevada on Tuesday was awesome. Good for them, but to come back strong and really have a dominating conference win was something that the Rough Riders really needed.
It was a shot attempt by number 8, Jalen Atkinson, for Yavapai.
Bit of back and forth with steals here. South Mountain player just put one off the rear end of the official.
This is Grant Vanderplug. Still fighting. Fighting for the ball, that's Atkinson. Looks like he got his jersey tugged and then a hip check. And it looks like the ref is reaching into his pocket. A yellow card is being served on number 7, Ian Penningroth.
Yeah, it is getting very physical out there. There was a big grab and then the hip check. And
then he just continued out of bounds. He's going to the bench, number 7, Penningroth, after that penalty against him. Just about 15 minutes left in the game. This will be a free kick for Yavapai. Atkinson down by the goal. Also Grant Vanderplug. And the referee is placed in the defenders. Can't go past that line, that mark. And we'll see. A little short kick. Atkinson on the far side. And he heads it in, but it doesn't quite cross the goal. But there's Brendan Stansfield to finish things up for the 5th goal for Yavapai College. Incredible. Atkinson had a header attempt, and it just couldn't get across the line. But the follow-up by Brendan Stanfield, kicking it into the net.
yeah, that's one of the things you're kind of taught as an attacker or a midfielder in soccer. When the ball goes toward the goal, you crash in after it. Very, very similar to hockey. Chances are you're going to get a rebound. If that rebound happens, good chance the goaltender's going to be out of position.
Goal by number 21, Brendan Stansfield. Assisted by number 8, Jalen Atkinson.
Very nice there by Brendan. That is his 3rd goal on the season.
And Yavapai takes the ball back. This is Brandon Fisher on the near side. Taken away by South Mountain. Takeaway by Kevin Lowe. And he'll attack up the far side. Nice interception there by Brian Garcia. This is Jalen Atkinson. With the shot attempt, deflected out of bounds.
Nice give and go by South Mountain to get into a scoring opportunity.
Michael Miller back to Alexis Armenta for South Mountain. And a cross field attempt taken away by Yavapai College. This is Jalen Atkinson. Grant Vanderplug touched it. Over to Brandon Fisher now. Vanderplug. Atkinson with a feed.
Good idea, good ball.
Not quite a connection to his teammate, Brendan Stansfield. "12 minutes to go in the game. Yavapai leads South Mountain 5-0.
If you're Coach Bell, I think you need to be really happy with how this last 30 minutes has and will play out.
A little frustrated penalty on number 23, Joseph Barajas of South Mountain, tackling Jalen Atkinson there, right in front of the referee.
Yeah, and that's what that is. That's just frustration of the evening coming out. But to finish my thought real quick, if you're Coach Bell, you have to be happy with the way the subs have come in and maintained the aggressiveness and the crispness that the starters had for the first, 45 minutes, or first 60 minutes of the game.
And Yavapai College still playing tough with a 5-0 lead. Not letting up on the gas pedal. This is Brandon Fisher. Looks like Stansfield may be able to get the deflection, but didn't crash. This is Jalen Atkinson trying to get it in to Stansfield, but it was taken away by South Mountain. And good defense there by Yavapai College.
Yeah, great play by the goaltender, Tyler Trump, to come out and be aggressive and make a play on that ball.
And then Yavapai College teammates actually helped him
pick up the end of it.
Ran back to.
Absolutely. From a goaltender, that's a tough one because you're really in no man's land on balls like that, because if you sit back, you're kind of a sitting duck because you've got such a big goal and this guy coming at you. If you go and attack, it better be perfect, because if you miss or misplay it at all, again, you're the goaltender. There is nobody behind you.
That's right. Substitution for South Mountain.
Good ball movement by Yavapai. No player keeping it for much longer than a second. We are down to 8.5 minutes to go. Again, Yavapai still has their 5-0 lead. Looking to just wind down the last bit of this game and get out of here with the 9th win of their season and set the tone going forward for the rest of conference play.
This is a good hustle by Jacob Downey. We'll see if there's a call. Looked like a little horsing around. I think they got tangled up in a little bit of messing around with each other.
I think Jacob maybe was trying to be
Nice steal by Brendan.
Yavapai mascot.
Brandon Fisher.
Yeah, this game, after about the first half of the first half, it's gotten very, very physical.
This is Kevin Lowe, number 16.
Good play there by Tyler Trump. Good decision making. You saw him come out of goal in case he had to make a play on it, but when he saw no South Mountain attacker coming, he backpedaled himself back up into the goal box where he was able to use his hands, picked it up, reset the team, and got it out for Yavapai.
It's Atkinson over to Kevin Lowe. Tries a shot, but just skims across the grass out of bounds.
Yep. Just wide to the left. Again, not stopping though. Keep pushing forward.
6 minutes left in the game. Yavapai up 5-0 over South Mountain.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, what happens in these next 5 minutes isn't going to change this game, but it kind of presets the table for the next game. Some sloppy passing there. Yavapai's lucky to still have control of the ball.
Brandon Fisher. Jalen Atkinson. Back to Fisher. We're at the 5-minute mark in the game. Left in the game. This is Jalen Atkinson with a shot on goal and a follow-up. The follow-up by Grant Vanderploeg went high.
He had it. Grant had it. Open net. Just tried to chip it over the goaltender who was on the ground after the save.
And it looks like we've got an injured South Mountain player. So it looks like Yavapai College will wrap up the evening with 8-4 record in league. Total overall record of 9-4. And again, they're going to go on the road for 2 games. They'll be in Chandler on Tuesday, October 2nd, Glendale on Thursday, October 4th, and then back here hosting Mesa at Mountain Valley Park, kickoff at 6 p.m. on Saturday, October 6th. That will be their next home game.
Yeah, and I mean, from us who are...
No call on an apparent push.
Seriously, no call?
No call And that was Garrett Height who had a
Either one of them?
chance.
If you're Yavapai or a fan of Yavapai College, you look down the schedule, you'll see October 13th and October 18th. Back-to-back games against two of the three teams that are ahead of Yavapai in the standings. You've got the game in Prescott against Arizona Western, and then then Yavapai will travel to Tucson to play Pima. I think those two games heading into postseason play are going to give us a very, very good indication as to where Yavapai is at as a team heading into the Region 1 playoffs. And again, now you're starting to see a lot more chippiness. You just got to get through the next 3 minutes without anything catastrophic happening.
Nice block by number 17, Eric Diaz, to stop the attack by South Mountain. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in tonight's game. Unlike our last matchup on Tuesday, where I believe, was it Miguel Rubio who had a couple of scores that game? It seems like this game, the wealth has been spread around, right?
Yeah.
5 goals, 5 different scores.
Yeah, I believe last game, I believe it was 2 by Garrett Height and 2 by Esteban Franco. So you had that center, like you talked about, kind of that group scoring. Tonight, yeah, we've had 5 goals, 4 different players. Garrett Height, again, scored 2, so that's back-to-back 2-goal games for him. But 1 by Miguel Rubio, 1 by Gabriel Claudio, 1 by Brendan Stansfield. It's kind of been the MO of this Yavapai offense all season. I mean, they've had 16 different players score goals this year for them. So they really do spread it out quite well on offense.
That's Andres Hernandez with the 6th goal in tonight's game, and another player on Yavapai that has scored.
Yep, that is his 2nd goal of the season, and yeah, that makes 5 different players now that have scored goals tonight.
In a 6-goal game.
Yeah.
Andres Hernandez, number 15, with that score. 1:19 left in the game between Yavapai College and South Mountain.
Yeah, Andres, couldn't have done that any better. Pulled the ball to his left a little bit and then uncorked a laser beam into the bottom right-hand corner of the goal that the keeper just could not get to.
One minute.
And we are into the final minute of play. And we will have a throw-in for South Mountain with 30 seconds left. Oh, my apologies. It'll be a goal kick for Yavapai.
Less than 20 seconds left in the game.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's the soccer match. Yavapai College moves to 9-4 overall, 8-4 in conference. South Mountain moves to 2-10 on their season. Again, for Yavapai College, this coming Tuesday, they travel to Chandler. And then on Thursday, they'll travel to Glendale and then back here in Prescott Valley to host Mesa.
Yeah, Bo, you know, on this evening you see a score of 6-0, shots on goal differential 38-5 in favor of Yavapai. All around an absolutely great game. Yavapai controlled the entire match from start to finish. They were the aggressor. They didn't slow down. They didn't let up, even when the subs came in. Very well done by the Rough Riders.
And we'll be back with the post game here at Mountain Valley Park in Prescott Valley. You're watching Yavapai College on Prescott Valley 1 channel on YouTube. Yavapai College victorious tonight at Mountain Valley Park in Prescott Valley. And we're going to go to the post game. And we got Brian Thunborg and Yavapai coach Hugh Bell.
Hi guys, Brian Thunborg here with Coach Hugh Bell. Coach, great game tonight. Conference matchups are always tough. To come out and have the intensity that the guys had from start to finish, 6-0 victory. How'd you feel about tonight's game?
Well, I felt it was kind of a slow start, and kind of anticipated a little quicker start. But once we got our feet under us and we started, kind of figuring things out, like not trying to take the ball right down the middle when they have 6 guys there. So, it developed into something good as the game progressed. And we got a feel of it. We really got to feel like this is the way we have to do it.
Absolutely. Based off of last Tuesday's win against Southern Nevada, the game tonight against South Mountain, you had mentioned last game about getting better and the kids getting better and everybody gelling with each other. Have you seen that this last week of practice? Is everybody starting to get more comfortable? Is the previous part of the season, the 4 losses, is that kind of getting pushed behind them now?
Well, we're not even thinking about that. And every time we come into practice, every day, we try to get better. We try to get better with our passing. We try to get better with our understanding of each other, which is a huge thing in this game. And I feel that almost everyone is feeling that they're getting better and they're more comfortable and they're more of a team.
Absolutely. One last thing I wanted to mention or ask you about your guys' ability to spread the offense. You've had 16 different players score goals so far this year. Is that just an absolute luxury for you guys as a coaching staff to know that you don't have to really focus on getting the ball to 1 or 2 people? You have an entire team of guys that can put the ball in the net for you?
Well, it is a luxury. And long may it continue. And that's what we want to have, balance. If we have balance, then we're not going to have a person marked out of the game or a pair marked out of the game. We can resort to other folks. And that's what's so important about utilizing everybody.
Absolutely. Great. Coach Bell, again, thank you very much. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you very much indeed. Appreciate it.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, guys, again, a nice Rough Rider victory tonight, 6-0 over South Mountain. We will see you guys next Saturday, October 6th, for the last home game here at Mountain Valley Park. I'm Brian Thunborg. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Brian. And 5 different players scoring in the 6-0 win against South Mountain Community College tonight from Mountain Valley Park in Prescott Valley. I'm Bo Woods for Eddie and Mark and Brian. Thank you for watching Yavapai College on Prescott Valley 1 channel of YouTube in Prescott Valley, Arizona.